Of course, one of the most fundamental experiences that we are having right now is the experience of time. That time is real. There is no way our mind can understand that time is not real. The time that we feel is being experienced by us seems to be going on forever. We cannot think outside of it. This is the biggest trap. The trap, time means that it is a trap in which we cannot possibly, with the best use of our mind, get out of it. Because supposing we say, one day, time began, then what does our mind think of what happened before that? There's no way you can't think that there was no time. It was still time, because if there was no time before that, you wouldn't say one day or in the beginning. When we use these words in the beginning, at one time, that means we are taking time for granted as the only reality. This is a very significant point. Even today, the physicists who are examining and astronomers who are looking at the skies are saying this is a creation of the Big Bang. That 14.5 billion years ago, a Big Bang took place, and that is expanding till now, and this expanding world, we are sitting in that expanding world. What was before the Big Bang? They have no answer. But they have one problem, which they are facing today. The problem is, if there was no time and space, where did the Big Bang take place? So that is why now they are revising their whole concept. Because they cannot think, no mind can possibly think that there is a state where there is no time and no space and we all exist there. So that is why they are now saying that there must have been another Big Bang before that to create the condition for this Big Bang to take place. And now that they found some black holes in the universe, they think the black hole, when it bursts and explodes, that must be the Big Bang. And already they have noticed 2 black holes in our own galaxy and several black holes in the total observable universe today. So that is why they have now come to the conclusion that this must have been an incessant activity of black holes, of whole universes being created, being absorbed, and then being recreated and absorbed. The very thing that the mystics said several thousand years ago, that there has been a dissolution of this creation, and again there's new creation coming up, again dissolution has taken place. Something written in very old scriptures as old as 7000 BC, according to some people. So that is why, in a way, knowledge through examination of the empirical universe outside is coming very close to knowledge that was expressed by mystics and saints long ago. Now, what is time that we are trapped in? Supposing there was no time, think of it for a moment, that there is no time. Do you know karma will disappear? This creation as we see it will disappear. Everything that we have ever known as real will disappear. With one little change, if there is no time, everything will disappear. Time is translated into Hindi or Sanskrit as Kal. Kal means time. So when we talk of Kal as the real trap for us, we are really talking of time as the real trap for us. Kal and time are the same thing. Time was created at a level below the true home of ours and the different experiences we could have without time, and we descended into an area of time, and once we got trapped in time, the whole cycle of our traps, subsequent traps here, is because of the trap of time. So that's why they call time or Kal the biggest negative power. It is that negative power of time that created all negative powers. And time instilled itself in each one of us who are a living being. A living being means we have a soul, which is part of that consciousness, which is that consciousness operating as a unit. Time got attached to each one of them and is now called the mind. Mind is no more than the same time attached to our soul. It's the mind that creates time and space for us here. And all we examine here is through the mind. So the trap of the mind or trap of time is so big that we cannot get out of it. And what we try to do in order to escape from this, when we feel suffering is real here, or when we are unhappy here, we try to escape by trying to use our mind to escape. Never works. Mind is the prison. How can we use the prison to get out of prison? Mind is the one who controls the prison. we have to have somebody outside the prison to take us out of the prison. So this imprisonment in time can only be taken out by somebody who is beyond time.